Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Phantom.Strategies. So today is September 7th. It's about 11:50 a.m. Eastern here in US. I want to talk to you about Bitcoin. So I did a lot of cleanup. I want to talk about bigger picture as far as the next move rather than covering the short-term resistance and short-term support, which is very helpful, but we have been going in this sideways market and we are coming to a junction where we will have some kind of decisive move fairly soon. So I want to talk about that, and also want to cover the monthly chart for Bitcoin. So that will give you a little bit a longer view on how the monthly charts are. Like, we usually look at the dailies. What it means by daily is, if you look at the when it says 1 day, so every candlestick you see here, that is duration of a day, opening of that candlestick, and then the closing of the candlestick. Let's say if it opens on the top and if it closes on the bottom, that will create a red candlestick because it ended the day on the negative side from its opening position. So let's say if it opened here at 7,000, let's say if it opened at 7,000 from the previous day trading, and it's closing at 8,000, then it will have the long green candlestick because they'd have a positive day for that daily candle. So that's the daily candle. Now you have the weekly, where it gives you a candle for the whole week. All right, and then you have the month, 1 month, where it gives you the whole candle for 1 month. All right, now the daily trumps the 12 hours, the weekly trumps the daily, and the monthly trumps the weekly. All right, so the bigger the candlestick, so monthly obviously trumps the weekly, and weekly trumps the daily. So keep that in mind. It will give you every 1 hour gives you a very short time frame, 2 hour give you a little bit bigger time frame, 3 hour might give you a little more, so on and so forth. All right, so it's trying to make it as simple as possible for people who are new to technical trading and people who are trying to understand how to read this graph. So hopefully this will help a little bit. Okay, and if you have any questions, please post it in the comment. We usually do cover daily, but in today's video we'll also look at the monthly. All right, so right now what we have been seeing is the resistance. We have this solid red resistance line that is providing the resistance. Previously it provided at around beginning of the July. Now it's again providing it in the beginning of September. So more it tested, the more highly likelihood it will break that resistance. Okay, so keep that in mind. Just like the support, if there is if the support levels are tested numerous times, that will eventually it will break that support level, and the vice versa. If the resistance are getting tested enough time, there will be a momentum where it will break that resistance. All right, so do keep that in mind. Right now it's I would not touch anything until it gives me an oversold indications. It's not oversold. Market is not oversold. It did sell off, but it is not oversold. All right, so until then I would just just wait and see if market gives me a clear indication, and not jump into just because it's down today. Until it gives me that oversold indication, I would kind of just stay away from the market. If it gives me a momentum going up, we need to see if we can get over the resistance line, this red resistance line, and then the 200-day moving average on the daily chart. That will be a significant move up if we can get over and stay over that green line, which is the 200-day moving average on the daily chart. Okay, so a couple of resistance points we need to clear in the daily. Now let's talk about monthly. I used to cover monthly, but haven't really covered monthly in a while. So in the monthly, as I said, it trumps the weekly, it trumps the daily. So monthly charts gives you a very long-term kind of perspective on trading. All right, so in this chart, let's just do a recap. So if you remember, we had Bitcoin was trading around $1,000 back in the March 2017 time frame, and then all of a sudden we broke out of it and we had a nice momentum up, and we went all the way. This is what all the emotional buying came in, where people were just they were asking the questions. They're buying first and asking questions later. Same thing, like I'm seeing some similar pattern where they're selling first and asking questions later. So it's kind of opposite right now. So what I'm seeing right now on the daily is we are coming to an apex where it will have a decisive move. The major support on the monthly chart right now that is coming up is the 20-day moving average, which is right around the 6150 mark. All right, 6150 is the 20-day moving average. That will be a key support for Bitcoin. We need to stay over that support. We never have reached that 20-day moving average on the monthly. If you see this chart, we never have breached in last more than a year. We haven't really breached the 20-day moving average on the monthly chart. So that's a very strong indication, and we need to make sure that we stay over that 20-day moving average. Okay. So that's one thing that I'm watching for the Bitcoin, and I continue to see how it breaks out, but that's the level that we need to keep an eye on. Until then, just don't I wouldn't really just watch the market right now. It's not, you just don't have to jump on every single things, all right, until it gives us the clear indication. Either if it breaks out, then pulls back, and if it gives a solid indication, then go in. Or if you are really tempted to go in, or if you're just getting started, then just go with the smaller positions. So if let's say if it goes down like another 5-10% from here, then you know that you can average in. Okay, so that will give you a better average. Until then, or if you already have a position, I would wait until it gives you the oversold indications. Then try to, because it's not really wise to fight the market right now. If you're trying to getting impatient and is like selling off and trying to fight the market, market's always gonna win. All right, market is always right. Keep that in mind. Because whether you think you are right, whether you think you're not, whatever, the market will always do what it wants to do, and you cannot change that fact. I cannot change that fact. No one can. So just admit that. You have to accept that, and you have to trade based on that. All right, when you have that mindset, you will do a lot better in your trading. That will really help you become a better trader. All right, so be patient. I know this is, nobody wants to see all this red. Trust me, it's not pleasant. I get it, but I cannot change that fact. You cannot change that fact. So what we can do is we have to wait for that right time, and when the right time comes, we have to hit it hard. Right? We don't want to. That's the time. But if you don't have the money at that right time, or if you are already in the negative position, then it won't matter if you, even if you know that it's the right time to invest, but you will be tapped out. So capitalize on your in your good fortune, and when the things are not in your favor, relax, just read the market, just watch out, you don't have to jump onto it. All right, so those are the things that a lot of a sign of a good trader. Some of the best traders, they don't make massive amount of trades every year. They make fewer trades, but when they make the trades, they are making sure that it's in their favor. They're keeping their risk tolerance the lower side. They're making sure they're their stop losses are in place. So those are the things that you need to learn if you're a beginner, and if you're even an advanced trader, those are good things as a reminder that you need to have those habits. Okay, all right, so that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. If this breaks out, in the monthly chart, this is looking very, very bullish. Okay, this is like a bullish flag on the monthly chart. If you look at this is a nice breakout here, a consolidated consolidation with a bull flag on the lower volume, on the monthly chart. If you look at this, there's a sell-off, but we need to break out of it. It's not, this bull flag is not confirmed until we break out of it, and we need to wait for that confirmation. All right, until then, stay positive, and just trade and think with the clear head. Don't get this market discourage you. Okay, I have said it before, we are in a very early stage of cryptocurrencies. It's in the very infant stage. This market, there will be a lot of projects that will fail in next 5 to 10 years. A lot of projects will fail from here, but you need to make sure that you are constantly adapting. You're constantly making sure your portfolio is getting better, you're cleaning up, you're staying up to date with it. So doing your own due diligence, that's the thing that you need to be focusing on as a individual trader. Okay, hope this was helpful. If you're learning something from the channel, if this is helping you with your crypto trading, then please do subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and family, give me thumbs up. That really keeps me motivated in doing this video content. And if you have any questions, post it in the comment, and I will talk to you soon. All right.